nasty like Blink Dagger second item Chaos Knight. I loved watching
This is going to be some complexity smash happening. That's what's going to happen.
How do you stop the complexity smash?
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, you get really strong
5
high ground,
seconds remaining.
and you preferably get some sort of farmy split push.
They have so much already. I mean, this is what they do. Like, they have a decent laning with just Sand King AA, Chaos Knight, some mana problems, but Undying makes up by just running at people. And then, like, team fight, like, Rubik, Puck, and Chantress do not want to run at those, like, even just the first two heroes on complexity.
Dire team ban.
There's the Tiny. First time he gets picked up this series. We saw him banned out earlier first game, I think. But
I mean, Chaos Knight, I mean, just hit him with a couple, hit the illusions with a tree thwack or two, and they're gone.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of see it both ways, right? If CK
10
could
seconds
get
remaining.
onto Tiny, Tiny has 0 base armor, so he dies fast too.
5 seconds
find
remaining.
is that the T? You're welcome.
Yeah,
Never gonna get.
I'm not the biggest fan of it, but worked for Artesian. It's another one of those now with the tree. He can farm the jungle just as quickly, not as quickly as a gyro, but very close.
The like similar style hero, the Sven, right? But Sven is slower. I would say that's like the most significant difference. Is
And
that
less
Sven's
solo
a lot
kill
farmy,
potential.
and Tiny is just a lot faster. Comes online, gets kills by himself.
It's going to be a very... I mean, the last game was pretty... By 10 minutes, there was a tons of kill. I think it's going to be a lot the same this game, especially with an
turn to
Enchantress
ban.
Undying.
Yep. There's a Ogre Magi ban on the side of complexity.
Okay, so they think it's off-lane enchant.
Yep. I mean, if
I think it's going to be a fear enchant.
Yeah, because
We played it yesterday.
10
I think you're a little bit
seconds
too
remaining.
squishy if for core enchantress.
I don't think
especially
Enchantress
5
could lane against
seconds
CKA,
remaining.
right?
against
Whereas I think the Puck off lane actually does a lot better. But
The only heroes that can really do that are like Tide and kind of a bad and
maybe Bristleback.
maybe.
Man, we didn't talk about that last game either. Universe in the laning phase just absolutely handled Moo, which is to be kind of expected, but he was like 40 CS up at like 10 minutes in. Insane. If Universe has another good... I mean, that's when you need Universe to have a good performance, because he was their mover.
And that also means they assume it's mid puck, not just off lane enchantress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Which is kind of weird to me because I'm assuming this is off lane puck. and
Universe
they're gonna
puck
get a
wants
different
it in,
bid.
yeah.
I'll move it over, but you know. Still go both ways.
Turn
That's
to
what I
pick.
was thinking.
And they ban OD.
Dire
What does that
team
mean by
pick.
EG?
Medusa.
Oh,
that means that they want to have
Medusa.
Medusa.
Okay, no
okay.
Puck's back to the off lane.
Yeah,
We
get
were
back
right.
there,
Yeah.
Puck, you big goober.
Medusa counter to Chaos Knight.
I
Yeah.
got to see what
Good.
Complexity picks here, but this could if Complexity just picks another high tempo one, it's pretty
10
much going to be,
seconds
can
remaining.
EG hold a couple pushes and then win, or is Complexity just
5 seconds
run over 'em?
remaining.
It's like Mirana band.
No, Mirana's still in the pool.
Heavy magic damage against Tiny Medusa in the early game is good.
Yeah, and it's a pretty good diffusal hero too. Weaver's also
Still in the pool.
I don't think
it's
Weaver's
AoE stun between Tiny and then the AoE silence from Puck.
And giving Rubik Sakuchi.
Is Tiny enough
Oh,
to
yeah.
also not go for the PL?
Literally the best.
I think
hero in
PL's
the
too slow in this
Okay.
game. Even though it is very good versus Medusa, it's very it's not that good versus Tiny in like the early game. Like even with Diffusal, he runs out of mana, you do no damage to him.
I was thinking about that. too,
Here,
'cause,
Anna, you may
they would
now
have-
Marana,
select
good
your
call, Kat.
heroes.
They could run in Shiva's suggestion. They could run Chaos Knight H and Apparition mid.
Mid.
I don't know if that
Yeah.
could do anything.
I just
to
don't
do
like
so,
PL as a
but-
hero. I'm like that,
Me
like
neither,
Lumi
dude.
with Visage.
Me
I don't
neither.
know. Well, that's it. It really feels like this. If Complexity, it's a good laning phase, and they win like one team fight in the base, they win. But if EG holds one or two pushes with RTZ farming well,
How's the search for Mirana going to
It's
be?
not at the M.
I mean,
Somebody misplaced it.
I said that, and then I found
like
it in
just
the end.
purely through the fact that even if you don't have any judgment on what lineups are better.
I mean, Lich
if
is
you,
close enough.
if you just read the judgment of Complexity were wrong about their last
it's
ban,
not Lich, by the way.
and
it's
did
Mirana.
not have a
10
good idea of what
seconds
EG were
remaining.
doing, like doesn't that give EG the advantage?
No,
5 seconds.
And then on top of that,
remaining.
you're looking at like, okay, Deuce hard counter is Chaos Knight.
I got it. It
Axe
was.
build is super
It wasn't
strong.
the
It was in the my bad, guys.
All right, Lumi,
I
what do you reckon?
I like what Cab was saying, and I just like the fact that Arteezy just came off a very, very good game
Yeah.
as a similar type hero. I'm going with EG.
What do you reckon, Lumi? Lumi has to go first
Okay.
Why?
Sorry, I need a. I don't.
for the thing, otherwise it
Oh.
doesn't keep the
Oh.
predictions properly or something. like
Lumi's
that.
out of breath. Wait up.
Yeah, he's got to
War
study
room's
the
a long
draft
ways
first.
away.
It's a tough jog over.
I like EG's draft as well. I've only seen Undying Leaves. I feel like he does well 5 minutes in, and then he just
Literally,
can't-
he's like a
can't
15-minute
transition.
hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think that compLexity made a mistake with their last ban, but I always like their last pick. I feel like the sniper saved their lineup quite a bit for game 2. Game 3, I think Mirana's pretty good. Still gonna go EG though.
All right, I'm gonna go for complexity. They can play
Prepare
fast. They
for
can make it
battle.
undying work, perhaps. We're gonna find out though who is taking the direct route to the grand finals and who is the battle in the lower bracket. Find out with ODPixel and Fog.
Thank you very much, Jess Shiva. This final deciding match between EG compLexity and this best of 3, and we are ready to go. Of course, RTZ getting that tiny that we've seen him pull out the other day, and have some very, very strong performances on. And again, looking back to compLexity, they have that matchup. They have that combo, the Sanking AA that they are so strong with.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to take this one, Fogs. I mean, out of the back of the draft, is there a team that you sort of favor, or anything you sort of worry about?
I don't need to say anything. The panel pretty
They
much.
covered it?
I think they actually hit like everything just on the head. compLexity has this very run at you lineup. EG needs to take it to the later stages. If they get run over in this
30
laning stage,
seconds to
I'm
battle.
very concerned for EG because Tiny and Medusa, these two heroes, require a decent amount of items to really be able to participate in fights. So now we're gonna look at lanes. I think we're gonna see like this double dodging thing happen because I think
Alright,
EG
double
they want to
aggression, yeah.
have the puck versus Sanking again.
Okay.
And compLexity doesn't want that to happen. They want to have this aggro dual lane / tri-lane versus the puck and leave the Sanking alone on his mids. And that does look like it's what's going to be happening here. Puck is bottom, and it does look like compLexity this time they have the read
The battle
going down.
begins.
Chessie is down there. They're sending Sanking toward top. And to be flamed for compLexity this time around. Z-Freak also is starting with a Blightstone on AA level 1.
Oh, Lightstone AA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little bit of bonus minus armor
Yeah.
versus Tiny. Since Tiny is 0 armor, it can be pretty critical to be able to get that extra little bit of damage here. So I think that compLexity has the lanes that they wanted exactly here coming around.
I mean, to the point where, do you think EG will react to that? Like, will they switch up the lanes, or will they just stick with what they've got?
Well, they've got their TPs. I think they can make that decision when they see it. I think they probably would like to. Like, Sanking versus Tiny, it's not really the most fun because you get hit by Caustic all the time, but at least you have the tree throw damage and the tree that you hold with the cleave.
Dire's
And Puck
turret
isn't gonna like
has been
get shut
killed.
down. Okay,
Oh.
she gets a career snipe this game.
Yeah.
That's a wrench into the midst.
Yeah, it only leaves that one full tango left for Limp in terms of regen, and he's already getting spammed out by Mystic Snake. Yeah. That could make things pretty damn tricky for Limp in that mid lane.
So Sanking, actually a lot of damage here on Moo. They don't have a stun either. Moo,
Oh, he's gone. Surely.
South, yeah, he's okay.
Okay.
That caustic proc slowing down the Tiny just enough for Moo to be able to get away. But now, no salve top. Moo is very low up here. So they're actually pretty happy with the Tiny being up here. And I think it's a better lane actually for the Tiny when I just to think back on it is he doesn't want to be versus Undying and CK.
Okay.
Undying CK would just demolish him.
Out of my
Universe is
way.
fine with being sacked a bit. Limp is forced back to base because of that courier kill.
Indeed, no one getting the first blood as of yet. Samael, as you say, getting all the space in the mid lane. It's pretty much the dream for him that snipe that Fear was able to get, and Fear looking to make himself apparent on these other lanes. He's eyeing up top.
Yeah, Fear.
He's got eyes on him.
This is really good place here. Look, they're already doing pretty damn good up here. Moo actually has 0 last hits on the Sanking. Getting very heavily punished by the right clicks coming up from the Tiny's tree. And he could be in some trouble here. Fear actually unable to get the rotation. To get the sandwich on him with the double stuns. But yeah, he has 0 last hits on the safe lane, the Sanking, versus an 11 last hits on Tiny. They
Yeah, that's the easier kill as well. Dragging him back into the two-man avalanche. They do get the burrow strike from Moo. Trying to buy some time for the escape as Z-Freak will pop. First blood for Fear. Moo takes quite the beating as well.
left here.
Fig doing a lot so far in this early game. Down bottom, Universe will jump away. The tree line, so should be fine for now.
So similar movement that they did last time and crit now.
Again, they're looking for more. Avalanche comes through after the Burrow Strike. Coldfield on Arteezy forces the Tiny to back up, but Moo is very low. Crit's going to search for him. Moo's starting to salve up. Salve will be cancelled. They do get crit. Moo chasing from Fear, and in fact with Kyle turning up as well, this time compLexity should be able to get the cleanup. Fear's got the heal going. It's buying him some time. Is it really going to be enough to get him out of there? It's looking pretty close. Moo should have the Burrow Strike back in a second though, and indeed with a second instance of Cold Feet, Z-Freak will be set up for the double kill. So this time compLexity able to shut down EG's aggression on that top lane. And that is scary. You know, Evil Geniuses can't let that sort of aggressive lane that they're trying to pull together fall apart and get punished.
Yeah. I mean, Kyle has to be up here. This now gives Universe a little bit more leeway in the bottom lane, though, as this puck versus melee hero matchup. But there's no way that he can't be up here to help the tanking. I mean, Moose still has 0 last hits, dude.
I mean, I'm looking at mid lane as well. The start that the Sumail got is had just propelled him to dominate this matchup. 22 for 10 against Limp's 10 for 1.
Two courier snipes just really destroy games, honestly.
A prize.
So hard for Limp to play. I mean, again, has he got any regen on him, Limp?
He's got some tangos.
He's got some tangos. It's not great though. Sumail is just having the easiest lane of his life.
And Dusa has gotten, he has actually gotten buffed kind of, because not only just the buff specifically that he got from his talents and from everything, but the middle lane, look how tiny the ramp is now. You pretty much always get hit by Snake if you walk up. Top down again, Kyle.
A bit hard as you go on, and Arteezy doesn't quite find the range for the Avalanche, so they'll let them be. Arteezy's fine to continue to just go back to farming on the top lane, focusing on that.
Yeah. Now they've switched the lanes. They've realized it's too much of a blunder from Moo. They bring the Chaos Knight top.
Drop back Fear's creep.
They get it. Golden experience bounty. And lane swap. Arteezy goes bottom.
Limp, I feel like as well, Limp is at a point just going to have to look to go into the jungle and start arrowing the big creeps. Because laning is going to get so tricky for him. I mean, if it hasn't already, as we can see, with this sort of 2-level advantage Sumail has. 30 for 15, double the CS, and a lot of denies as well for Sumail's Medusa.
Chesty's still farming really well though, Nicole. So he's going to be like the big saving grace for them in the laning phase. But yeah, this is the second time I've seen Limp go back to base now in this middle lane. Getting some caustic harassment on Darkwood.
He's on his own down here, but the 1v1 should be fine with the wave pushing under the tower. Z-Freak. Close to Universe nearly level 5, as it were. Kyle. They're really trying to find a place where he can do something big, and Chesty's sort of alone. Because he has to back away. Universe starts to get a little hairy. If they get the telekinesis into the double stop, Chesty could be in a lot of trouble. He has got Phantasm.
Bottom lane Arteezy.
Chase down. And with the toss. Not going to be enough to bring down Moo, so let's get the kill. Infuse range up, keeping Moo alive there.
But, I mean, EG's doing like this is exactly what they needed to do in this game. The lanes were incredibly important for them. They've done a great job of coming out ahead of them for the time being. With an Undying lineup, you need to come pretty hard out of the lanes. Otherwise, you suffer quite a lot.
Phantasm though does juke out the first stun. The second stun still comes flying through them with the avalanche and toss. Chesty's falling low, pops the stick charges, but they'll chase him down, chuck the tree onto the head of the horseman. And Artur takes the kill. And that's Phantasm down.
Yeah, it was a nice little Phantasm though to dodge the first Centaur stun. But yeah, pays with his life, and now they don't have that big ability, which they kind of need. I mean, they don't really need the ability, but they need the CK to have a very good game since all the other lanes are not going well. Arteezy's almost got double the net worth of lane. I mean, the courier snipe, honestly, Fear, setting up everything. Not only that, but making his way toward that top lane. He's shut down all the complexities, positives.
TP's coming through. And Chesty are going to look to hold. Keep that tier 1 alive. They'll drop the tombstone down. EG already on the retreat. Oh, Chesty can't quite get the grab there. Tries to bring him back with the rift. They're a little too speedy. And again, this mid lane, what are you going to do about this, Sumail?
Moose rotating over. Sumail's a
He's
bit
playing,
far up.
he's playing very aggressively. He got 3 points in the mana shield. See, that is actually going to be enough as the burst strike into arrow coming through. Looks like Sumail getting a little bit too cocky in that mid lane. He did dominate. He's got a lot of farm. He's got a lot of worth, but he can't really do him like that.
He hadn't seen Moo in quite a long time. Kyle now getting stunned up. They've got the follow-up from Universe and Arteezy. So they have enough damage though with the double decay. He's very tanky.
Chess is going to be there as well. He's going to look for the turnaround. Brings back Artur. We've got Z-Freak heading over to the neighborhood as well, but Chesty not quite enough damage and control to bring down Arteezy, so Arteezy will be fine.
Dire's
Who
top
got the last hit
tower
on
is
the
under attack.
Medusa? Oh, it was Moo. Okay, I was going to say Limp really needs to get the kill. Gets hit by a snake. Down to very low mana again. Kind of probably get forced out of the lane. I want to get a bottle.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Now really gets dropped.
He had to drag by Universe. Universe still with the up. Oh, that's golden. God. Destroyed him there.
The crit from Chesty into the soul rip. Okay.
All right, they bring down Uni. They do lose that tier 1 tower. EG claiming the objective. The Brothers, we see 2k gold lead.
I don't think Uni expected that much damage
That was
to come out there.
Dire's
Master
middle
burst. I
tower
think if he did,
is
he would have
under
jumped
attack.
sooner.
Bottom lane, crit. Arteezy just setting up Universe too.
So East is in silence. Get the chance to burrow strike out.
The tree throw.
Off he goes. Bam! Bullseye.
That's what? Is that 3 tree throw kills? Oh, no, 2 tree throw kills.
Arteezy looking very comfortable on the tiny that he's been pulling out a few games recently.
Yeah.
Build-wise, find more. The one's just gonna miss. Cold Feet will cause Arteezy to have to back up, and actually with that avalanche missing, it will cost them the kill.
Dire's
They
middle
don't get
tower is
Z-Free,
under attack.
despite the usage of the Dream Coil as well from Universe.
Yeah. The Ice Vortex bonus movement speed. Pushing Z-Freak just out of range of that avalanche. Oh, musical lanes quite a lot this game. I mean, it's now 10 minutes into laning, so it's mostly over, but we've been seeing a lot of movements coming up, and Cold are trying to get better matchups with how the lanes just didn't go in their favor. Even though they have 2 kills in advantage over EG, the gold is definitely EG favored. Mostly because of that Medusa or Mirana.
Arteezy had a nice stack here.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah.
tower is
Maybe
under
just one of
attack.
the little creeps though that Liv was able to grab with that arrow. So quite get the snipe that he was after. As we've been saying, despite Sumail feeding his way his life. And a bit of
Dire's
a
middle tower is under attack.
confident play. He's still very good in farm. He's 4.8k
Radiant's bottom
miles
tower
ahead of Limp
is under attack.
and putting some pressure onto this tier 1 tower in the mid lane. Approaching the Moonlight Shadow. They are Apollo's trying to save Chesty as things were beginning to get a bit hairy up top. Looking towards Sumail is coming forward, but he's a very hard hero to do anything against at this stage of the game with the tools they have. Level 10.
They want this tower from EG. They used the enchant on the catapult to try to push him with Universe's rotation.
Dropped inbound, but couldn't make the connection. Oh, dropping the Tombstone as well.
Yeah, Tombstone and Sandstorm dissuades EG.
Sumail, he'll probably want to just farm that Tombstone. It's going to be some easy gold for him right there. Easy 150. Tower as well. It's just, they're just handing money to Sumail on a plate.
Mask of Madness would be finished up for Sumail now, and it looked like they were stacking Ancients, so they do have
Radiant's
just one stack,
bottom
but
tower is under attack. Dire's
no.
middle
He was
tower
trying to
has
play
fallen.
around there for the deny. Doesn't get it, but it also doesn't cost him his life. Burrow Stroke will save him.
let's get some space
Radiant
bottom.
structures are
Getting a
fortified.
decent amount as well. Sumail comes in with a TP. Will allow EG to hold on to this tier 1 tower.
2 tower advantage already, 11 minutes. Fear doing his job as the Enchantress, definitely this game. And Crit continue to stack those Ancients up for the Medusa and Tiny. As well as Fear.
Arthur. Crit with the Avalanche again. And as we're seeing, Chesty at this stage can't do too much about that Tiny in a 1v1 without the Phantasm. And even with the fact that there's that zero Agi, with the Agi
Radiant's
items
middle
being picked
tower
up.
is under
He is
attack.
starting to build up a bit of armor himself. Arteezy and, well, move, rotation.
I think Moo's starting to realize something this game, though. He goes for the urn and the bracer, but he's not actually completing the drum just yet. He's queued up the blink. I think he has to, too. There's no really playmakers on the side of compLexity besides him. Sure, you can see the Mirana try to set up for ganks and stuff though, but the killing Medusa is very difficult because of how tanky she is, and Arteezy is just sitting back and farming. He's now going to continue to start to farm that ancient stack that we were mentioning, but he doesn't have tree ramp for a couple seconds, so maybe one more stack.
Mail just getting 3 kills on his own. Finds the freak alone. Response flip does manage to burst down Fear with the magical. Mail still standing strong, continue to push this tower in. And getting bigger and bigger.
Radiant's top tower is under
That ancient
attack.
stack. It is under vision of complexity though, so they do know this is all happening, so they're trying to get on the aggression during it. Moo, stepping up. I don't know, maybe look for some kind of rotation coming, but
As you say, you know, without the Kunkka that complexity is so used to playing with, the catch is very small until that blink comes online.
yeah. Need catch when you have Undying. Makes it really tough when neither of your supports have a good block move. Finds out Arteezy, or does Arteezy find Moo?
Yeah, tosses him back into the hands of Fear. He's got the Burrow Strike and the Moonlight Shadow tree throw. It's going to be off the mark. Moo will survive as the Moonlight Shadow saves him. It's continuing to look just that little bit better for Evil Geniuses so far off the back of the lanes. That mid lane matchup definitely still being felt.
It's a good chunk better, since they do have Medusa in their draft. Like having an advantage in the early game is absolutely massive. When not only when you have Medusa, but you're playing versus an Undying lineup. Like Undying wants to be able to get more out of this. He wants to be able to group up and be able to take some towers. But 14 minutes in, complexity still hasn't taken one.
Oh, the inventory dispels the sniper crit. Very, very quick with a dust of appearance. Straight away, tops it. Will be able to catch Moo.
He was suffering. Only 35. 35 last hits on Moo. 1, 2, and 3. Whenever we see, well, most of the time when we see him playing the Sanking, and when complexity does win with it, it's because Moo is having an excellent game.
Yeah, he normally has massive impact. And
Dire's
really
bottom
getting shut down.
tower is under attack.
it's easy. Look who he's found. He's find the toss back very nicely into Fear's Centaur creep, but Kyle doesn't get a chance to throw out a single spell. So they can finish him off. They're trying to move forward. Chesty has the Phantasm. Samel trying to peel them away from Arteezy with the Stone Gaze, and for the most part it's working. Chesty's still going to see if he can grab someone with the Rift, but they're already out of range. And that's Phantasm down, and they're not finding kills with it.
So again, this time around too, complexity doesn't really have great tools to farm ancient stacks. Sure, they have Phantasm right now to do
Radiant's
that,
bottom tower
which helps them a
is
bit,
under
but
attack.
besides ultimates, if we look at EG, they have much better tools to be able to just farm those ancients. Medusa and Tiny both can clear them up incredibly fast, and we see our team constantly doing. EG is stacking ancients up and farming them with both heroes.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Line is drawn, they're trying to get the aggression going in the mid lane. The toss comes out.
This setup, this catch, the easy kills, the Mao with the kill secure.
Nice steal for Rubik as well. Takes the Ice Vortex, one of the better spells when he has a puck and a Tiny on his team. Smoked up, can't find anything out of it.
They really need to. They're falling behind quite heavily so now.
I think they need to start like blocking these ancients on. Big problem for them. Well, farming under vision. Looks like they want to try to set up for him.
He's got Stone Gaze back up in 10 seconds, so they'll have to be quick about it, as he will have chance to set up for a reaction. This could get a little hairy for complexity, as they're unlikely to be able to burst down to Mail immediately. They'll find an easier hero to burst, though. Straight on to the puck, epicenter being thrown out. Everything's there to claim Universe's life. So it's not just the Mail, it's not an Arteezy, but Universe, they'll certainly take it with the way that complexity are behind. Any sort of core pick-off is a good one.
Yeah, agreed. And they lead it into a tower, though. That's probably the most important thing. Rubik actually steals Epi.
Oh! Alright.
Good chunk of damage.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad steal at all.
Not a reliable stun.
Sure, I mean, I guess you can maybe even say, yeah, the Burrow Strike is better, but yeah, I mean, we could see some flashy plays with the Epi.
No, getting gone on here. Yes, we know. He's very low.
You could not go on some out like that. The team is going to turn. They're going to fight flashbang, stolen epic for Fred as he chases down Chess. He tries for the TP out. He isn't going to make it. And now the tombstone's down. It doesn't matter. Sumail's just going to be able to farm it up again. Easy 150 gold for Sumail on the Medusa. Kyle getting tossed up and broken down.
Uh-oh.
I mean, that was just a desperation play. As complexity, you cannot be diving towers on Sumail, because Sumail is absolutely massive, and there is no way that their lineup takes him down before EG get a chance to react.
This game's looking very grim for complexity. Already a 7k gold lead when the opposing team has a Medusa and you have an Undying. I feel like a broken record a little bit, but Undying really suffering in these type of games where the pace is not what you want it to be. You want to be constantly fighting around towers, being able to take advantage of your tombstone, but they can't. They don't have great cast, they don't have great damage, and the lanes were such a blunder.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Interesting sense because Kyle's only got 2 games on Undying in his competitive history.
I usually see him playing like the disablers, the team fighter. Undying, sure, team fighter, but when you have no disables on your 2 supports, it makes the game just really hard to play. Your rotations aren't met.
Oh, mid, Limp. It's been caught out. Avalanche will be off the mark. Ooh, quickly, Limp will survive.
Chesty, has Echo Saber finished up? They're looking for Arteezy here.
Big kill. Creep's actually going to block the arrow, but with the Phantasm, they'll look to chase. Arteezy, he's going to get shredded. Gets brought back. They get the kill. Roshan does go down. Easy able to claim it in time. Crit looking for the TP out. Will make it out. So at the end of the day, sure, they lose Arteezy, but I think that's a sacrifice that Easy will be fine with. They still get the Roche. Sumail's still alive. He picks up the Aegis. Sure, they're down Arteezy for 30 seconds, but complexity can't get much more out of it.
Attack.
Probably Sage Mason.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Still going to blink out. To get away. And it's exactly that build that you said Sumail will go for, of course, to start this game.
Oh, yeah. I didn't get to say it actually on the when we tuned back in. But yeah, we've been seeing this a lot in Europe. People were picking CK, and the instant pick would be Medusa, and you rush the Aghanim since the Mystic Snake just instantly kills that Phantasm. Pretty damn strong.
I mean, that is pretty crazy. And then the thing is, the Ags isn't even that bad in sort of the overall sense. It's still got...
Yeah, the stats are decent.
The stats are good for the Medusa. And that's sort of what the instant stone is. It's very annoying to play against, because that snake's pretty low cooldown. You get a few of those off in the fight.
It literally just one-shots the Phantasm. So it's like, you have to either have a Blink Dagger and go for like these instant burst plays on the CK, which he is going to try to go for, but it's still very hard to play top lane move.
He's been caught out. Backup's in. Sumail's there to move players well out of this one with Dream Call. There's not really many ways he can escape, and indeed he can't. Smoke up from EG. Ready to try and look for more off the back of that Moo pickoff. They're leading the way. They may just find it. Cole, they have to back up. They've got to play so carefully with these heroes off the map. Chesty would be the big target. Being backed up by Kyle and Limp for now. Got the ward down. If anyone comes too close to this staircase, the last time they see that staircase.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Complexity will be fine. Keep themselves away. Sumail just getting all the space in the world. I mean, we saw game 2 was a bit of the Arteezy show with the farming was getting on Jarrett. This time, Sumail taking the lead. And it's nice to see that how Evil Geniuses have this flexibility with the way they can play. One game, Sumail's on the playmaker, looking for objectives as DP. The other game, Sumail, he's the position one effectively. And Arteezy on the tiny, he's that mid-game playmaker. And Sumail, he's just building up, he's farming, and he's getting absolutely nice.
Level 17 already in Dusa. The next highest levels are 14. He's got a huge advantage already for Sumail. Complexity now, trying to take a fight.
Chesty. So you can get a grab. Sumail, not really the one he wants to be bringing in.
All of EG positioned on the high ground here perfectly.
Yeah, Chesty is very much respecting Sumail.
Cannot
Cannot open up onto this target. I mean, he throws out a stun, but it's very hard for Complexity to get the teeth stuck into this Medusa.
Moo catches a slight vision of Crit there, but they also know where Moo is. They were pinging him out from Universe. They get the jump on Moo.
They're trying to move in. Move with the first strike straight away. Universe Stylus wants to do green falls now onto Chesty, and with the toss, Chesty, he can't get out. A single spell does get off the Phantasm actually, but it doesn't matter. Instantly gets wide.
Oh, and Limp gets hit by the Impetus.
Oh, Moo. He tried to epi, but he cancels it.
I don't think he could have really gotten anything out of it.
No, I don't think it matters.
12 gold lead already now.
Yeah, this is looking pretty grim. Ice Blast totally off the mark for Z3. Things are falling apart for Complexity here in this game 3 side buyback from Limp. They know that they can't afford to lose a Rax against this Medusa Sumail. A little low on the mana, but look what's coming out to. I believe he has the Aghanims
He does have
on the
it
courier.
already. He's absolutely enormous here. And Limp, I mean, Limp has half of Sumail's net worth on the Mirana. Not just like half. 13.5 to 6.8.
Oh boy!
That's a
Radiant's
massive
bottom tower
discrepancy.
is under
He's
attack.
just unable to really get back in, and he had to use buyback there.
And it's kind of funny in these last 2 games. It's very much been about the little things that this supports them. I say little, but they've ended up being massive. You know, last game crit and the play around the Roshan. This game fear, and that courier snipe. That courier snipe, it's really done it. It really did have a big impact that's led to this point.
It was the courier snipe and just how well they. I mean, that top lane.
Yeah.
Moo had, I said it like a couple times, I think Moo had 0 CS at almost the 4 or 5 minute mark or something on the Sang. He is dominant. They do find Sumail. He's got ages.
I was going to say, they're just going to turn straight away. These are desperate plays from Cole. They do find the Enchantress, but there's no way that they can get Sumail. They're going to continue to try, continue to poke, but you're not bringing down this Medusa like that. I mean, at this stage, when Stonegaze is up, you can throw 5 heroes of complexity at Sumail, and you still wouldn't have enough at this stage. With the way that they're behind.
Whenever I see the few times like I've seen complexity actually struggle is when I see them not being able to get these these group ups. When they can group up and push towers together with Z-Freak getting involved too.
Yeah.
These last 2 games when Z-Freak was playing the Wyvern, he was split pushing a lot. This time again, he was the AA kind of playing on the side lanes with the Midas, and they can't really take these big head-on-head fights. I mean, of course, it was because of the lanes how hard they went, but they can't take these straight-up engagements into tower pushes like they usually do. Universe?
Initial stun, they've got the follow through. Universe, and we'll get caught out.
A little bit cheeky there by him, jumping in to try to push the wave out. Gets punished.
Oh, it's easy, pretty much with the Assault Crest complete 24 minutes in. Very similar timing, I feel, to the game we saw him play Tiny the other day. They're very good at playing around this Tiny lineup and making sure that he's getting involved with the kills and gets this incredible place to start. Moo jumps forward, but immediately with the telekinesis into Stolen Burrow Strike. Avalanche toss combo from Artur. Moo is punished.
Crazy in the perfect position there.
And this game, it's this sort of game 1 turned on its head. Game 1 at this stage looked pretty impossible for EG to win. Game 3 now looking very, very hard for complexity to turn around.
I mean, they had the early game draft. They had the early game lineup. They had to make the lanes go super well for them, but this Enchantress completely shut all that down. And I'm not seeing a way back. They're playing versus Medusa and this kind of a deficit. I don't think they can come back. They have to try to get some huge kill advantages that EG just dives, but it's really tough.
EG's draft this game has just been absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
That 5th pick Medusa has just caused so many issues. It was such a strong, stable mid laner in the sense that it just didn't need that much help.
I'm loving crit on this Rubik.
Yeah. I mean, he's pulling out the plays. He's having a great series on Rubik. Mid lane, they catch out Chesty. Falling low, Sorrit will keep him alive. Mood just come back in with the Burrow Strike, get it back. They should get Fear. Then throw down an Ice Blast onto his grave, just to be sure. So again, it's a pick-off, but we've seen this a few times, that they can kill Fear on the Enchantress, but they really struggle killing anyone else on the EG's lineup.
Yeah.
And another Tombstone for Sumail. I believe that's the 3rd one he's farmed this game.
Plus 200. The little mini stun, stone gaze as well from the Mystic Snake is super annoying for Cole. Not to mention, of course, whenever Phantasm gets used. Use this again, Moo.
Oh, they found it. They've got the Dream Call again. They're coming through with a Stolen Burrow Strike. Moo taken down again. Chesty also falling low. He's trying desperately to get back up to the base and will escape.
I feel like Crit always has the Burrow Strike in this game.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him miss skill and sort of grab Sandstorm.
No?
No, you're right. It feels like he always gets his hand on the good one. It's pretty crazy now.
Back. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we're almost certainly on the verge of seeing EG secure themselves the spot in the grand finals here in the regional qualifiers. Put out outside the base, trying to run, trying to hide, but the snake comes through to the mail. Limps down, 60 seconds, EG may just go for that high ground push. They're close to Butterfly and Sumail. I mean, EG, there really is no pressure on them to hurry this game up.
There's no D push either on the side of Cole. He's just going to try to keep spamming out Sumail with cold feet with burrow strikes, but they have the Force Staff on him, or the Hurricane Pike that is.
They've got the Frost Mage armor as well from Fit.
And Arteezy's got the AC a bit ago. So now they can start to get that big thing going.
Easy push. That's forward. Crit goes with the telekinesis. They're trying to come in with a combo, but the silence is up straight away onto Moo, falling down low. He's not going to be able to get himself out of that one as Moo drops alongside Chessie. Moo has buyback. Chessie does not have that luxury. Another tombstone into the bank accounts of Evil Geniuses. As Cole will pop the fortification, but this is looking pretty much all but over. As Evil Geniuses just crushing compLexity in their base. They'll take the tier 3 tower. They'll get the Rex as well as 20k gold lead. Moo's buying back. They're popping the Moonlight Shadow. They're trying for the plays, desperately holding on in this series. But it may just be too late. Moo goes for the Burrow Strike. There's the follow-up power onto Fear, but Limp can't jump in aggressively to finish off the kill. He has to back away from Sumail. That's the completed Butterfly. Sumail having such a smooth game on this Medusa.
They can't bring this man down.
There is no way that he dies this game.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
There's literally, there's if you add the numbers up on compLexity, it just equals a big fat number when you look at the chances of bringing down Sumail.
Yep. 21k gold lead, 15k experience lead. Roche is going to be spawning soon, and this will probably be Cole making a last-ditch effort to try to take some big fight, but like you said, they do not have the damage to deal with this dude, so he just walks force that in the chest.
Oh, Chessie's going to put the Phantasm. He will jump for. They do have the Ice Blast, and in fact, with the Ice Blast, but maybe they can bring the Medusa down. Sumail's falling low. They do get it. That is big, but I don't know if they could win the rest of the fight. They have lost 2. They'll get Fear. Move finds the Burrow Strike onto Crit. The Universe going forward with the Orb. They're claim 2. Arteezy picks up the double kill as he grabs D-Freak on the side of it all. Crit with the stolen Burrow Strike in onto Moo. Has the standstill again, a Burrow Strike back in return, allowing Moo to blink away. Universe trying to chase. Moo will get out. I mean, this is quite an achievement that they bring down Sumail, but at the end of the day, it still doesn't matter. EG is still winning the team fight overall.
It was literally everything hitting him.
Everything.
Fine arrow with the Reality Rift pulled him back into the arrow, Ice Blast, everything on top of him. And they're losing 2 heroes for it, and the Phantasm expended.
Arteezy's cleaning up on the back lines. Arteezy's got the money for the Shiva's Guard, so with this build as well, just totally compensating for the main sort of fault with the heroes. It was with no agi.
He's the tank.
He's got an incredible amount of armor now. He's got 36 armor for a hero that has no agility game. That's a lot of armor.
He's just being that, like, he's trying to be like that frontliner for the Medusa. Even though Medusa's already so tanky, he doesn't really need to be doing... He already does damage naturally with the tree grab and SNY. No, he has no leaps available. They don't have the reveal for him at the moment. Until Fear gets closer, he does have some sentries. One down, they see him for a second.
Yeah, they get the grab. Just on the edge. Telekinesis coming back. He's dusted up as well. He's there with a wrap around. Limp's gone.
And they're looking for more. They don't have the dust available yet.
But they've got the Yule set up, buying time to close in on Kyle. Kyle gets tossed back, burst down by Crit.
That's the what's
This is getting very rough. Not that it hasn't been ready for the last 15 minutes. This game has been entirely in EG's control.
Yeah.
Definitely feeling like this time round the draft from EG was just so perfect. Again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Having this Medusa in this lineup with Dust Celebrate. Again, they're throwing everything in on him. Can they bring him down? The Ice Blast is upon him. He's falling low. He should go beneath the threshold. They'll toss him away from them, but he still goes down. But again, it cost them Limp's life, Chessie's life as well. GG well played is cool. It doesn't matter if they're killing Sumail when it's costing them the entirety of their team's life.
Damn. That was very well played by EG. Again, being able to farm. Having these 2 heroes that can farm at 18 stacks as well, just how well the lanes went, they pull so far ahead over compLexity. And